Hello guys, yes, I am back from vacation and it is new comic book day. Welcome to the channel, Panel by Panel Comics. Let's go to my local comic shop and get my last 2 weeks of pulls. There's gonna be so many books. Alrighty, we're running a little early to the shop, so I was like, why not? Let's go ahead and head to Racetrack. Go ahead and get ourselves a nice beverage, and that'll do. Goated. Alrighty, let's go ahead, get the car started. Mission complete. Next stop, here, get a good crack on camera for you guys. Bam. And then a little taste test. Magnificent, out of 10. Alright guys, I know I was gone for a week, and if you're new to the channel, this is your first episode, you're like, oh my gosh, he hasn't posted in 8 days. He claims to be a daily comic book channel, or nearly daily. I was on vacation in the Virgin Islands for the past 9 days, so today I am picking up 35 books. It would have been 20 if I didn't miss last week. But since I did miss last week, I have 35 books waiting for me at my local comic shop. So obviously so this is the plan for this week. For my buy or sell, typically it's every #1 issue, and that's what it's going to be this week, except it's going to be the #1 issues for this week and last week, so that you can know about those last week #1 issues if you're still contemplating buying them. And then for my after the pull, or my panel by panel comic book reviews on Monday, that is strictly going to be the new books that came out this week. So like, you're not going to get any ratings from me about Batman that came out last week or Amazing Spider-Man. I'm just going to read those on my own time, because I just think that would make the after the pull like an hour and a half long or 2 hours long, and that's just not enjoyable content, at least from what I think. So yeah, the plan is that all new issue 1s from last week and this week for buy or sell, and then after the pull is strictly going to be the books that came out this week. And now we have made it to Collected Comics and Games. So I'm going to go inside, get the new pulls for the week. And I'll just go ahead and show you guys all the new pulls, even the ones from last week. The ones that I know are from last week, I'll just skim through it, be like, I got this is what I'm going to read, and then I'll go more in depth for the books that actually came out this week. So see you guys in a sec. Alright guys, we made it back inside the car from the local comic shop, and remember, this stack I'm about to show you is 2 weeks worth of books. This isn't just this week. I'm not that much of a maniac, but if this was 1 week, I think I would lose my head, because holy crap, look at all these books. We have 3 blind bags. Those are going to be saved for the very end. We have Mask, and also the Ben 10 cover 1 blind bag. So those will be at the very, very, very end. So make sure you guys stay until then to see what I pulled. Just getting those out of the way for right now. But we'll start off with the stacks. I believe that started from a week ago. Yes, this should be the quick stack from a week ago. So I can just get these out of the way, show you guys what I pulled, and then we can get on to the stuff from this week. So we have Batman issue 10. Pulled this. I guess I got a bit of damage on the corner there. DC's been having a bit of damage, but this could also just be one of like the ones that just got damaged that they put in my stack. Not upset about it. Not upset about it at all. All right. Next, there was The Dead Man, issue 1. This is from DC Next Level. This I will talk about on my buy or sell on Friday, so make sure you tune in for that. Next, JSA, Wrath of Spectre. I kind of need to read this one quick because I'm getting into the JSA. It seems like a pretty cool concept. They are, of course, one of the oldest groups of all time in the DC universe. I read the jumping on point, and now I want to keep reading just to see what happens. Next, we got Poison Ivy, issue 45. We're getting closer and closer to the DC Batman Bad Seeds event. That is coming in August, so this is really relevant to that. Highly recommended. It's also just a really great book. We have Royals. This was issue number 3. From what I saw in League of Comic Geeks, this might have been the book of the week last week. Can't wait to get into that. We have Iron Man number 6, going to feature Norman Osborn and Peter Parker Spider-Man. Going to be really cool. We have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, issue 1. From what I saw, people didn't love this issue, but I'll see if I like it. Buy or sell. Another book on the buy or sell. We have Only the Savage Are Left, issue 1 from Dark Horse Comics. Can't wait to get into that. Next, The Ring, The Man Who Beat the Man. This is also issue 1 from Dark Horse Comics. I might like this one a little bit more. It's by Gail Simone, and it's a boxing book. And I love boxing, so it looks really good on the inside, too. Next, we have The Twilight Zone, issue 7. I simply got this. Anytime I look at Twilight Zone, I look at who's making it and what the story's going to be about. And Tony Fleecs and Andy Price, I like them. And the story sounded intriguing enough to me. And it's all in black and white, by the way, just like the old school Twilight stuff. Next, we have Amazing Spider-Man, issue 30. The Spore versus Spider-Man in this issue. Can't wait to see how that's going to go. Next, we have Fantastic Four, issue 13, I believe. Kind of cool. They have the Roman numerals. Actually, it's number 12. Sorry. I thought it was 3 eyes, but yeah. That came out last week. We have Wade Wilson, Deadpool. This is issue number 5. X-Men 97, season 2, issue 1. It might be on my buy or sell, honestly, because it's a prequel to the show, and I kind of don't want to spoil people too much. This is basically what's happening in between season 1 and season 2. So, intriguing. It may or may not be on my buy or sell. And then I got some replacement books. The Thing on the Doorstep, issue 4, even though mine wasn't damaged, but they gave me a new copy. We got Barbara Gordon Breakout, issue 1. Mine wasn't damaged, but I got a new copy. Absolute Martian Manhunter, issue number 11. Mine wasn't damaged, but I got a new copy. Absolute Batman, issue 20. Now, mine was damaged, so I'm going to keep this one. But if you guys are interested in any of those free replacement books, tell me down low in the comments, and we can definitely rearrange getting those books to you for a certain price that we can agree upon. So that will be intriguing. And then also for the final 2 books, we have Bleeding Hearts. This is issue number 5. One of the best books on shelves right now. Highly recommend. Actually, I think this came out this week. Yeah, now we're starting to blend into this week's issue, so I guess I'll go more in depth with the Bleeding Hearts, issue number 5. This is just Pope trying to get the humans to safety, but also at the very end, we saw the friend of Pope capture the humans, and they may or may not be alive anymore. And that might be a bit hard on the heart of Pope, because he does actually have a heart, which is intriguing. Don't know how he got this heart, or how he's a zombie with a heart. Intriguing. Can't wait to see how the fallout from Poke and his friend, if they're going to stay friends, if they're going to break up, if Poke's going to go on the run with these humans. Who knows? Intriguing with Bleeding Hearts, issue 5. Next, we have Barbara Gordon Breakout, issue 2. I got the Dan Mora cover because that looks effing cool as hell. But this is going to rebound from issue 1, where Barbara Gordon's been getting into a lot of fights at the prison. She's inside of this prison because Vandal Savage has created a new super prison that's run by corrupt people. Looks like they're going to try to break her out in this issue, or maybe she's undergoing some hallucinogenics. Not quite sure how that's going to go. It looks really good. The art's going to be amazing from Nwelpin and Tamaki doing the writing. Can't wait to see how that goes. Next, the main event of the week, we have Absolute Catwoman issue number 1, a new series in the Absolute universe. Can't wait to see how Scott Snyder and Che Grayson are going to create either an origin or a continuation of the Absolute Catwoman character. We have only seen her in Absolute Batman. Now it's time to see her in her own series and how it goes. This is a 6-issue mini. Who knows? Maybe it'll get a continuation. No telling with Scott Snyder in the Absolute universe, but this is going to sell like hotcakes. I can almost guarantee you there's probably no more copies left at your local comic shop. This is issue 1. It will be on my buy or sell. Next, a complete turnaround. We have Dead by Daylight issue number 3. This is 3 of 4, the penultimate issue. We're going to get the cop, Daryl, and him going back to the farm to see what's going on with the hillbilly character. And if the hillbilly character is even a real human, and he's still trying to get involved with the cops at his station, trying to be a normal guy, and we'll see if he can try to be normal with them. But they're also pretty terrible humans. Next, we have the Fury of Firestorm issue 3. I got the Todd Newok. Not quite sure how you say his last name, but Todd Knock is how I'm going to pronounce it. The Todd Knock variant looks absolutely insane. Such a cool cover. That's definitely going on my comic wall. That's what it will look like in your standard cover A, this left side here. This is continuing with Firestorm, I guess, battling the Justice League, or a form of the Justice League, since they are technically the JLU right now. You're going to have Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner, the Flash, Hawk Girl, a lot of people there, and they're all trying to get the Firestorm personality. I don't really know how to describe it. Essentially, Firestorm has taken over the body of Ronnie Raymond, and they're trying to find Dr. Stein so that they can contain the Fury of Firestorm. Great book. Jeff Lemire cooking with this book. Next, we have a new issue 1. This is M1 Monster Racing League. Essentially, it is exactly what it sounds like. These monsters are race cars, and there's a Monster Racing League. If you like, I don't really know how to describe it, anime or more Japanese or Asian culture, you're probably going to enjoy this book just off of the art style alone. The art style is interesting. Jay Lee and June Chung do the artwork, I believe, and the writers are Lily and Robert Wyndham. Not getting a whole lot of racing in this issue, and that might be frustrating because I want to see some racing. Still no racing, and we're almost at the very end of the book. It'll be an interesting read. Can't wait to see it on my buy or sell. I'll let you guys know. Next, we have, I believe, this is Mask, issue number 1. I thought there would be, this is the variant Virgin cover. At least it looks like a Virgin variant, but it's not. This is the cover E by Tom Riley and Adriano Lucas. I like it because it has the Transformers and the Mask characters in there. Mask stands for Mobile Armored Strike Command. This is an issue 1 that I will be talking about on my buy or sell. Probably one of the biggest issue 1s coming out this week. This book is written, I believe, by Dan Waters and Pi Par does the artwork. This is another group joining the Energon universe. We have the Transformers, we have G.I. Joe, we have Void Rivals, and now you're going to have this new book of Mask. I'm not sure if it's a mini-series or a new ongoing. I'm pretty sure it's a new ongoing, but it's good. It's going to be good. It's about cars. Mobile Armored Strike Command is exactly what it sounds like. Looks like Tommy, or Tracker, is going to get caught by the U.S. Army and going to get interrogated about this new division that he's creating. Really cool book. Hopefully I don't pull it in my blind bags, because if so, I'm going to be very frustrated. It has all the lists of the foils and all the covers on the back, so I'm definitely going to be using that as a guide for later. Next, we have Speed Racer issue number 9. Still catching up on Speed Racer. I have no clue what's going on right now. I've read the first trade paperback, and now I just have to catch up. I'm kind of just going to wait until issue 10 comes out. Then I'm going to read that all. Same thing with Racer X. Whenever Racer X issue 8 comes out, I'll read all of that. But this is, the first 6 issues were amazing, so I do highly recommend that. Next, we have Supergirl. This is issue number 14. I got the Jim Lee variant with the Supergirl movie coming out just because it looks so beautiful with the pastel colors. This is going on my comic book wall. This is continuing with Kara trying to escape from the bottle of Kandor, but now Lena Luthor is down there trying to help her, as well as one of the Superboys, because it is still the reign of the Superboys. Lesla Lar is now helping out Supergirl, trying to get her out of there. We'll see if the cyborg Supergirl, because she is still a cyborg, because she lost her yellow lantern ring, or not lantern ring, but her yellow ring to power her through the yellow sun. We'll see how this goes with this new issue 14. Can't wait to see it, how Sophie Campbell does. Next, this is also just the standard A cover for it, so I got both. Yeah. Next, we have the conclusion to The Thing on the Doorstep, issue number 5. Will this female character corrupt everybody? Will Edward have to do the unfortunate and kill his best friend? I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to go, but who knows with this issue. It's so eerie, it's so creepy, it's so disgusting. This has been a really great book from Top Cow Productions. Highly recommend it if you enjoy horror comic books. It's absolutely fantastic. Next, we have another Energon Universe book. We have the Transformers. This is issue 33. This is going to be picking up with, I believe, the Autobots back on Earth, to my knowledge. It actually is going to start with Elita 1 Prime after they narrowly escaped from... not the Autobots, the other ones. Oh my gosh, why am I blanking out on their names? Decepticons. After they got back to Cybertron, they escaped from Earth, and then they had to right away escape from the Decepticon side of Cybertron. Also going to get Optimus in this issue. It looks like we're going to get them training on Earth. Jason Howard, still the artist for this next, I believe, 6 issues. Looks like we're going to get some Carly also, and some Spike. That's great. I've been missing them a whole lot. It feels like that's the human connection with this book whenever you do have human characters in it. Shocker. But Robert Kirkman still cooking with Transformers. Next, we have Alias. This is Red Band issue 4. This is continuing with Typhoid Mary and Jessica Jones solving murders, trying to find who's doing all this stuff, but then the postcard guy is actually getting hired by somebody else. So now they found the guy that's getting paid. Now they have to find the guy financing all these murders, financing him to commit all these murders. Can't wait to see how that goes in issue number 4. Next, we have another big boy of the week. This is in a poly bag. Kind of frustrating because that eliminates all the value of it. But we have Avengers Armageddon issue number 1. This is the big Avengers book coming out in the summer. It is, and at the very end of it, we're going to get a new Avengers issue 1 from Chip Zdarsky, and I believe Luca... I'm blanking out on the name, but I know Chip Zdarsky's writing it. He's writing this as well. This is straight from the pages of the Captain America book, continuing on from the prologue of that, and Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon. This is going to be a massive, massive book this week. Highly recommend you guys get it, and it will definitely be on my buy or sell. Next, we have Punisher issue 11. Not Punisher, Black Cat, sorry, but Punisher is going to be in this issue. Can't wait to see how that gets incorporated after the fallout from the MJ stuff. I hope this is actually a good series. I'm believing in G. Willow Wilson. And it's also just fun seeing these two completely different characters. Black Cat more laid back. Her powers are around luck. And the Punisher is just about creating utter chaos, killing anybody that he sees fit. I hope it's good. It looks like the Punisher is going to be going after Felicia in this issue. Is he paid by somebody? Does he think she did something awful? Who knows? But Black Cat, always a good read. Next, we have Bishop issue 1. I got the Scotty Young variant because Scotty Young is one of my favorite artists. I think he's just such a great cover artist as well. This is a new mutant book with Lucas Bishop. This is written by Saladin Ahmed. The artist is Mario Santoro. And it's just a Bishop book. I don't know the story about it. I like Bishop as a character. I want to read more stories about him. The only problem is I don't like Saladin Ahmed's writing. Maybe I'll like this one. Who knows? The art looks really good. It's very purple, which I do like, because that is kind of Bishop's color. We'll see how it goes. If you don't understand the powers of Bishop, basically he absorbs whatever you would like, all the kinetic energy or something like that, whatever's shot into him, he can control it and shoot it somewhere else. That's essentially his powers. That's why it looks like he's shooting a laser at somebody. Really cool character. Really love the design of Bishop as well in this issue or in this series. Hopefully Saladin Ahmed's writing doesn't kill the book for me. Next, we have Captain Marvel Dark Past, issue 3. We have the Desecrator, who we saw at the end of issue 2. Looks like he's going to go after Captain Marvel and try to reveal her dark past to the world. Looks like we're also going to get Spider-Woman in this issue. We know how close Captain Marvel and Spider-Woman are. Also, DNX, they are really building up this series. New X-Men event coming out in September. I might get issue 1. I haven't been reading any of the X-Men, but it's always fun reading an X-Men event. But Captain Marvel Dark Past has been a fun read with Paul Jenkins, discovering some of the stuff that's been going on in the past of Captain Marvel and how she can't remember any of her memories. But she's going to be a huge character in Avengers Armageddon. Maybe this book goes into that one. Who knows? Can't wait to read Captain Marvel, though. Next, another big hitter from a week ago, or this week, Daredevil, issue 3. Who is the Omen? We're also going to get Spider-Man in this issue. That should be a ton of fun. Who doesn't like Spider-Man and the Daredevil team-up? So you see Daredevil, he can't focus, so he's going to get the help of Peter Parker's Spider-Man. We also saw Daredevil in the Spider-Man book. They were helping each other team up. Or train each other. So that might be why this team up is happening in this book. I kind of like that. The synergy, the cooperation between Daredevil and Spider-Man. But it looks like we're also going to get more Omen. After issue 1, we didn't get any Omen in issue 2. Who do you guys think Omen is? Let me know down in the comments, because I'm very intrigued. I think it's the dean or the principal or whatever it is. The guy that hired Daredevil, Matt Murdock, to become the professor at the university that he works at. I'm very intrigued of who he is. He looks absolutely disgusting in this little fight scene between this guy in the hall or in the alley. No clue who he is, but he can read the future and he knows what's going to happen before Daredevil has any clue what's going to happen. Love the concept. Stephanie Phillips killing it, and the art from Lee Garbett has been pretty good. Next, the finale book, that actually the newcomers of the week. This is going to be on my buy or sell. We have Bad Thoughts, issue 1 from Andy Parks and Dave Watcher. This is an Ignition Press book. This is going to be on my buy or sell. It's going to be more of a military/police book. It's going to focus on one character who suffers from PTSD, I believe. He works at this security firm. He's covering up for this massive government thing, I believe. Let me read the back for you, just in case if I'm not summarizing this well at all. It says, an all-new thriller from the co-creator of Extraction. Jack Coates can peer inside your brain and see all the terrible things you've ever done. It's painful, but it serves him well in his job at a private security firm that deals with difficult situations and even more difficult persons. He's a good soldier who trusts his team, but he's about to find out not everyone is who they say they are. And no matter how hard he tries to hold those bad thoughts at bay, the sheer strength of evil is in some men's minds can't be contained. Really sounds good. I love it. The artwork does look really good on the inside. Can't wait to read Bad Thoughts. Gonna be on my buy or sell this week. Now, we get down to the nitty-gritty, to the very end, and we have some blind bags to open. I'm going to get my phone ready so I know what these blind bags are, or at least what the covers are. I'm going to start here with Ben 10. This is the mystery blind bag version. So, let's go ahead and see what I can get in my blind bag. Let's go ahead and open it up. I'm not the best at opening blind bags. I should probably start bringing scissors anytime I know there's a blind bag, so I don't risk the possibility of ripping the pages or bending the book at all. Whatever this outcome is, it's definitely going on my wall so that I can bring my actual issue 1 down from the wall. Let's see, blind bag issue 1 from Ben 10 Dynamite. Alrighty. Oh, it's a foil. Oh, this is really cool. Maybe this is the only outcome from it, but we have the ZA blind bag foil variant. That's really cool. That is really cool. I like that. I really do like that art style as well. Really cool. I'm not the biggest fan of foils, so maybe that, if I sound like I'm not that happy about it, I don't love foils, but it looks cool. I'm happy enough. It looks really good. I'll give you guys one last look at this foil variant. Really cool. I hope it's just not the only pull that you could have got from the blind bag, because then it's not a blind bag, is it? You know what I mean? Really cool though, still nonetheless. Now, we have two mask blind bags. That's going to be a ton of fun. Let's see what I can get in them. All right, the first blind bag. Let's see what I can get. Whew. I do have my mask issue 1 to the side so I can know what all these covers are. All right. Slowly working through this first one. I'll open it towards you guys so you can see it first. Sorry. I do struggle a little bit with these. All right, here we go. So my first one is, ooh, that looks cool. That's the C cover from Cedric Poulots. That's a decent one. Not too bad. Really cool, sexy looking cover. Not too bad. Nothing fancy, nothing great. Nothing like a J. Scott Campbell foil cover. That'd be really cool. I don't really know what I want because they all look really sick. As long as I don't get a blank sketch, I think I'll be happy. Because I cannot draw worth a crap. All right, the second one. Whoo-wee. Let's see, what can I get? All right, almost there. Slowly opening it. All right, the second mask blind bag. It looks like it's a standard one, no foil. I got the same one. No. Oh, I got 2 cover C's. That's frustrating, but hey, that's the price that you pay sometimes with a blind bag. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you're not. 2 cover C's, that's mighty unfortunate. But guys, that's going to do it for this episode. I am back from vacation. There's going to be so many videos coming out, or just the same on schedule, but a ton of books to get to reading, as you can see. But guys, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Turn on those notifications so you never miss any of my nearly daily comic book content. But guys, keep reading those comics panel by panel. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day.